The show is now open. The show is now open.
Emma.
So Patrick Duffy's turned up here now.
To charge like
It's not just going for, because I love all this stuff.
they use all the satellite.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for coming along to the opening day of International Caravan Motorhome 2008. I'd like to welcome you to Caravan Club Day. They've got a very special guest for you. I won't take up too much of your time. I'm Sam North, the show director. I hope you have a very, very good day and you get to see everything you wanted to. But I'm going to hand over straight away to Nick Lomas, the marketing director of the Caravan Club, for a further introduction. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, and on behalf of the Caravan Club, welcome to Caravan Club Day and to the Caravan Club stand and lounge. Behind me it's a very important morning this for the Caravan Club. We have the unveiling of EcoStream. This is a challenge we set to enthusiasts to build for the Caravan Club. So Ty Granger and Steve Berry have built and conceived the EcoStream behind you. Steve, many of you will know, is a motoring journalist and radio and TV presenter and used to present Top Gear. And Ty is a cinematographer and film producer. And they've worked on this and documented the entire development of the EcoStream throughout its development and build phase. So we're very pleased that they're here today. Some of you will obviously know that the Caravan Club takes its environmental responsibilities very seriously. We have a network of over 200 sites in the UK, and looking after that land and the environment in which they're in is very important to us. But we know nothing about caravans, so that's why we asked these guys to produce us an environmentally caravan, to create some inspiration for what might be some of the materials and some of the energy-saving features in caravans of the future. The vehicle behind me, as you probably know, is the shell of an American Airstream travel trailer or caravan. But of course, we have here as our special guest today someone who is also an American icon, and that is Mr. Patrick Duffy.
Trying to think whether being an icon is a compliment or just means you're old. I'm not sure. I'm going to think on that for a minute, Nick, and I'll get back to you. I must say I was more than surprised to get the invitation to come here, and more than enthusiastic to accept. First of all, let me just say I like the idea of a challenge. The fact that the Caravan Club made a challenge to construct a caravan like this, the Airstream, and what it actually is. It's not just another caravan, but a special challenge that hopefully we as citizens of wherever we're citizens of, we're actually citizens of the planet, that we can accept this challenge. We can be encouraged by it to do whatever it is we can do to measure up in some way. We have the great fortune to be able to use our environment for our pleasure, which is why the Caravan Club exists in the first place. But we need to ensure that it not only stays, but possibly even improves, which is something that we can challenge ourselves to do and we can actually accomplish. This thing is amazing. And first of all, I love, although I don't see a lot of them here except this one, I love Airstream. I have a ranch that I've lived on for 20 years in the States. And when I invited my friend, which you may know, my very, very older brother, who actually is an icon, Larry Hagman, he pulled into the driveway towing an Airstream behind him. And that was my first real introduction of being able to live part-time in an Airstream trailer, which is terrific. They really are deserving of the term icon. Their use of space and their construction, I think, will live forever. It's timeless. But back to this particular Airstream, and the fact that the challenge was met by the two gentlemen behind me who constructed it. The materials in it, I'm not going to get into it because the people who know more about it will, but the fact that the wood is bamboo instead of normal hardwoods, and if you realize how quickly bamboo grows, how hard it is, how wonderful it is as a building material. I'm a carpenter by trade. Splinters aside, bamboo is a great material to work with. And the fact that you can replenish a full-grown grove of bamboo in about 4 years, as opposed to how long it takes to grow a regular tree, so you don't have to wait for that. The fact that it has a wood-burning stove just trips me out completely. I have wood-burning stoves in my ranch, and there's nothing that makes you feel like you're functioning as a conduit in nature to take a piece of fallen wood and have it perform a function that supports you, and you haven't cut down a tree to do it. So the fact that it has a wood-burning stove to me is terrific. It has a composting toilet. Half the room going, ew! That's okay. Again, on my ranch, I put in composting toilets in several of the outbuildings that I have. They just make sense. And if you want to think about it, before we flushed a toilet, we all had composting toilets in one form or another. So it works, and you also get to give back to nature a little bit. Like that. And that's as much as I'm going to say about a composting toilet. You can read about it in the literature if you want to. But all of these things make sense. And the fact that it makes sense, the fact that there are solar panels on here, if the sun is shining, why not make use of it? Things like that make a lot of sense. What they don't tell you is even the aluminum. Even the aluminum is recycled. It's 2.5 weeks of Amy Winehouse's beer cans. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually just 1 week of Nick Nolte's beer cans. But, you know, aluminum as a building material instead of a ton of plastics and petrol being used for that. All of these things make sense. So, you know, as a club, as the Caravan Club, to issue a challenge like this shows you the kind of quality that Caravan has at its core. These types of things should encourage you and make you proud to be a member of that club. It should make you happy that it issues a challenge like this, and hopefully, and from the depths of my heart, hopefully, everybody can rise a little bit to this challenge. Take a look at our own lifestyles, whether it's in our homes or whether it's on our vacations in our caravans or motorhomes, or, you know, they don't all get towed. A lot of them have big engines in them, and you have your motorhomes. It doesn't mean you can't do a portion of a share. And that's what we all need to do, because we want to maintain this lifestyle that we're privileged to take part in. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy that I can be a co-icon with this big shiny box behind me, and I hope everybody will enjoy this show. I hope you'll be able to learn from it and support the Caravan Club, because it's the type of organization you can be proud to be a part of. And now I'm going to pass this on to the people who really know what they're talking about, but aren't nearly as old and aren't icons in and of themselves.